Hello and welcome to Sunset Seeker. My name is Mike. This is my lovely wife Christy, and this is our very first live stream. So we hope that we get some of you to tune in because we'd really like to get to know some of our subscribers and just to tell you a little bit about ourselves tonight. Like I said, this is the very first time that we've ever done this, so we're a little nervous. And to be honest, we haven't done this before because, quite frankly, well, we didn't really know if we had anything to say. It's kind of awkward to have a camera pointing at you and and Christy is much more reluctant than I am. I mean, she's much less comfortable in front of the camera than I am, and I'm not very comfortable in front of the camera either. So we're just going to see how this goes. We got a couple of people that just signed in, so hopefully we would love to have some of our subscribers put in some comments. In fact, I need to pull this up so that we can see the comments here. Let me see
That
here.
would probably be helpful.
That would be helpful. Let's see
I
here.
have no clue how this actually works.
Let's see here.
I'm a total behind the scenes girl.
Okay, right here.
Okay.
Okay, right here. Okay, now I'm gonna have to turn that off.
Very good.
Okay.
4 people are watching.
Oh my God, we got 4 people watching. No, wait a minute. One of them is me.
Oh.
So there's actually
Okay.
only 4 people. 4 people watching.
Oh.
Because
Oh my gosh.
so
Now I'm really getting nervous.
And by the way, like I said, this is the very first time we've ever done this. So if there's an audio problem or something, please let us know in the comments. And we want to interact with you and kind of and talk to you and. So if you're tuned in, don't be bashful.
Tell us what geeks we are, okay? Because
Yes,
we have no clue what we're doing.
We are kind of dorks. Yes.
Scroll it down so you can actually see the comments, right?
No, the comments will go. The comments will go right over here off to the side.
Oh.
Right here.
All right.
They'll show up right over here.
Okay.
So anyway. Well, we are very close to having 700 subscribers, and we are just so honored to have that many subscribers. Our goal was to have 500 subscribers by the end of last year, and we made our goal.
We did.
And this year, I don't know. What do you think? I think I would kind of like to have about 2,000 by the end of the year. I think that would be a good goal. That would be kind of cool, don't you think?
I think it would be awesome.
2,000?
This is definitely your baby, and you've put a lot of
Well,
money.
it's our baby.
It's our baby, but you're the one carrying it because
Right.
you're the one that does all this stuff. I'm reluctant. Like you've asked me, I don't know how many times today I wanted to go live stream, and so finally here we are at 6 o'clock
6:03.
when people are probably actually eating dinner.
I didn't think of that.
So anyhow.
So maybe okay.
So I'm more reluctant than he is, but here we are. So anyways,
Well,
this
that's why
his
I need
passion.
her around to help me think about stuff that's important. I mean.
Okay, so this is your baby. You do a fantastic job at it. You work hard at
Well, thank
putting the videos together and getting the music together, and I work hard at staying off the video camera when he's filming. So so there's that.
I'm getting better.
Oh, yeah.
And one of these days I'll actually get some real camera equipment. I'm going to get me a real camera. I'm going to get me a drone camera. And so hopefully eventually my videos will get a little bit better. There's Patches. Say
She
hi,
wanted to make
Patches.
her world debut.
Hi, Patches.
All right, so that's one of our babies. She won't be quiet. So
And
anyhow,
Bocce, tell him where he's at. He's probably hiding under the bed.
he's sleeping on my clothes.
But anyway.
He needs to be close to Mama. All right, so you want to tell him where we're going this year?
Okay, well, we have several trips planned. Our very next trip that we have planned is going to Lake Tawakoni State Park, and that is in East Texas, not far from where we're at. And we're actually going to be going with a group of people. And it didn't start off that way because it's actually Christy and I, that is our 11-year wedding anniversary, the weekend that we'll be going. And so it wasn't originally planned like that we were going to have a group of people. We were just originally planned on it being me and her, and it wound up being we've got what 3 other couples coming now.
3 of the friends. So.
One of those couples is you may know about him. If you don't, I'm going to tell you about him. His name is Bob Barker, and he's got a channel called Dude RV. Now the channel has got about close to 9,000 subscribers, going on 9,000 subscribers. And we're going to meet up with them, and I don't know if we're going to do necessarily a collaboration video, but they're going to be there, and so we're going to get to meet them for the first time, and it's going to be kind of a neat experience to kind of figure out what they're like in real life. You know, we've seen a lot of their videos, and it seemed like they were kind of following us around the state of Texas.
Right.
I mean, like we would go to Bonham State Park, or like they went to Bonham State Park, and then the very next week we were at Bonham, and then we went to Eisenhower, and then the next week they were at Eisenhower, and you know they kind of followed us around the state of Texas. But if you're not familiar with Dude RV, check out their channel. It's called Dude RV. It used to be called Bob Barker. So go ahead and check them out, and so yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. And then we have some friends of ours, a couple of couples from Texas that are going to be joining us also. So we're looking forward to that. That's Lake Tawakoni. That's going to be in March. And then we've got a week-long trip planned to Palo Duro Canyon in Texas. Looking forward to that trip. And then where else?
Wilhelmina, Arkansas.
Wilhelmina State Park in
Arkansas.
Washita
Mountains.
Washita Mountains, yes.
And
then Withrow Springs,
which is in the Ozarks.
Yes, that's in Arkansas.
Yes.
Also.
So we've got those planned, and maybe a couple others here and there on the short weekends that we've got off.
Yeah.
So
looking forward to that. Now, we just showed you Patches, one of our kiddos, one of our cats, and well, we had planned on taking them with us on more RV trips, but it wound up being
a nightmare.
Well, I wouldn't say a nightmare.
A nightmare.
No, I wouldn't say a nightmare. It was a little stressful.
A lot stressful.
It was more stressful for her than it was for me.
And the cats.
Yeah. They got a little stressed out, and Mama got a little stressed out, and
well, the babies were stressed out.
Okay.
So they're staying here forever.
And since Mama was stressed out, Daddy was stressed out, and you know, that wasn't any fun.
We had planned to start taking them with us, and we had tried that because the cats don't ever leave the house, and so we had tried to. Was that after one of our trips of taking them with us? I don't remember where we went, but that was the stressful trip, and so we decided, or I had come up with this brilliant idea of putting them in the car and traveling around just for 30 minutes to get them used to being in the vehicle or the truck and put their stuff in there and whatever they needed. And so I would use a word, ride. Hey, you want to go for a ride? Because they know what the word outdoor means. And so I was going to say, hey, you want to go for a ride? So we started doing that, and they would stress out. Well, finally, by the third time of taking them for a ride, Bachi, the big brown one, I had picked him up and tried to carry him out the door and about clawed my face off because he didn't want to go for a ride. And then Patches ran up under our bed. So that pretty much sealed that deal, that they were not going to be travel cats.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And I'm happier because they're not stressed, and they're probably happy because they ain't going for a ride.
Check it out, baby. We got our very first comment from Heat Seeker Bus. Hello.
Hi.
So if you're just tuning in for the very first time, this is our very first live stream, and we don't really know what we're doing. So
we're just trying it out.
We do appreciate your comments. So feel free if you're tuning in to ask us a question, and you know, we're looking forward to kind of interacting with you.
For your input.
For your input. This is probably going to be a pretty short live stream because, you know, we don't really have anything to say. We just wanted to give it a shot. And
Mike has more experience with live stream than I do because he watches other people's live streams. So I have no clue.
Right.
Absolutely zero.
That doesn't mean that I know what I'm doing. Hi from Ontario, Canada.
Wow.
Ontario, Canada. You know,
Isn't that on the West Coast?
Ontario?
That's on the West Coast, right?
Ontario? I don't know.
No. Ontario, Mississauga. That's on it. I'm not familiar. I want to say, I don't know. Maybe you can tell us since we have no clue. Ontario, Canada. I don't know. That's very cool,
I
though.
always wanted to go to Canada.
I would love to go to
There are
Canada.
beautiful, beautiful places in Canada.
I have a friend who lives in Mississauga.
I'm starting my travels this year. That's cool.
Oh, that'll be
Oh,
fun.
so I seem to recall. I think I've seen some of your content before. So aren't you? Didn't you build like a bus, like a schoolie? I think I watched some of that in
Middle Canada. Okay.
Middle Canada. Yes,
Wow.
very very cool. We have some friends that are wanting to build their own bus out of I think they call it a schoolie. It's out of a school bus,
Out of a school bus.
and I think that's what they call it, is a schoolie. So
Is it going to be the short bus?
the short bus. Well, it should be for yeah.
It actually should be the tall bus.
For Mike's what 6'4".
Yes.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah.
Pretty doggone tall. Well, Christy and I have been doing RVing since we started our channel in November of last year, and that's around the time that we got our RV. So we're new to RVs. We're newbies.
And what he means is actually 2017,
Right.
not 2018.
Right. 2017.
2017.
2017. So we're pretty new at all this, and but we just love going on vacations with our fifth wheel, and I think there's no better place to go than state parks. We love state parks. Oh, it is a schoolie. Building a 40-foot schoolie. That's what I thought. Yes.
We need to get him hooked up with Mike.
You know what? In fact, that's why, because I said to Mike and Trina, hey, you need to watch this guy's content, because he's doing the same thing that Mike wants to do. We have a friend that wants to do that also, and he builds teardrops, and he's really really skilled. He's got talent that I don't have. He's really really awesome, and I bet he could put together one really nice schoolie if he wanted
Yeah,
to.
they could. Oh yeah, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
But so that's the reason why we only have these short weekend trips,
Right.
and once a month or so, because we both have full-time jobs.
Right. We are not
So-
full timers. We are not full timers. We are weekend warriors.
We would love to be full-timers at one point.
Yeah.
At some point, I
At
should
some
say,
point, maybe. Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
Mike's job is mobile. Mine's pretty much mobile.
Well, mine could be mobile.
Yours could be mobile,
I
yeah.
could possibly someday be able to do my job from home.
He's 4 hours north of Mississauga.
Mississauga.
It's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
I was only there for like a day or two.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's cool. That's very cool. I'd go up there again. So,
I would like to drive up through and go to Alaska. That would be cool.
that's a long trip.
Yeah, it would.
That
be.
would be
that
cool.
Would be,
Yeah.
That would be several weeks. Several weeks. Yeah.
Did you give your cats away because you're building a schoolie? Oh, I hope not.
We are cat lovers. And,
Definitely.
when
Yeah.
we first got married, we had 4 cats. I had 2, and she had 2. And well, one of my cats, the male cat, did not play well with others. So
You got an F.
yeah, he had to go. So
So then our
Maybe
other one
last
passed
one.
away a couple years ago.
yes, then Chloe, one of our female cats, passed away. When was that?
It's over 3 years now.
Golly,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Yeah. So we just have these 2. But Bocce is like 15 years old and Patches is 12. So Bocce's an old man. He's doing well though, but the less stress on him, the better.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Well, we just wanted to
Anyhow.
get a little bit of experience doing a live stream because we've never done one before, and I wanted to kind of try to figure out.
I think the hard thing is because that's over there and we're watching that and not the camera.
Right, camera's right here,
And I'm watching
and
that
then
screen.
the computer screen's on right over here, and we're watching comments and stuff like that.
So everybody probably gets the side of my head.
Right, and they're kind of like, why do they keep looking over there? What's wrong with
This
them?
computer screen is over here, and what we want to talk about is over here.
Right, Right. Well, I'll kind of
So
show them.
anyhow.
I'll kind of show them what we got going on here.
There's what we were talking about, and there's us on the
Yeah.
computer screen.
There's our comments, and here's what we want to talk about, and now we're back.
All right.
So anyway, we really appreciate for those of you that have tuned in. If you're just joining us, this is our very first live stream, and we don't know what we're doing at all. But
I'm just here for looks.
We just yeah, she's the looks of the bunch, you know, here. So we just want to kind of get some experience doing this, and kind of, well, one of the things I wanted to try to figure out was the technical aspect of it, because our feed is very it's still kind of grainy, and I'm doing this with a cell phone, and so that was one of the things I wanted to try to kind of work out, and, you know, just so we could say that we've done it once and get some experience. But and we wanted to try to interact with some of you guys, and we thought that would be kind of cool. Every time that I've gotten involved in a live stream, it's been pretty fun, you know. So we figured we'd give it a shot, and
like I said before, I have zero knowledge on what all this is about. I mean, I see that we're over here on YouTube now, live, but I have no clue what all this is about. Mike is the brains behind all this.
no, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I don't have any brains with it. So, anyhow.
Very, very cool.
Okay, do you have anything else to say?
Well, I'm looking forward to Lake Tawakoni.
I'm looking forward to Lake Tawakoni because we also have massages scheduled. I don't know if any of y'all get massages, but if you don't, you should. So,
Deb's from Arcata, California. Are you happy with your Arctic Wolf? Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Yes, we love our Arctic Wolf. We haven't had any problems with it. We would
The
definitely
furniture's
recommend
comfortable.
it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Um,
Although, if you're short like I am, some of the cabinets are too high, and so it makes it useless for me, but he can put stuff in.
oh, you're talking about the hutch?
The hutch and above the,
Oh, in the very back.
in the very back.
Back
yeah.
behind the sofa, yeah.
So Mike has to help me on some of them, but I love it.
Yes, we've,
And,
well,
and Mike's been trying to get me to do a top 5 video, like for women's camping, and some of the things do involve different things for the trailer,
right.
the Arctic Wolf specifically.
Well, I think that we
For
found,
storage.
I think that we found just the perfect rig for us. I mean, we, you know, my father-in-law's got a big 40-foot fifth wheel, and you know, we didn't need anything that big. I think we found just the perfect rig for us, and so yeah, we're very happy with our Arctic Wolf, definitely. Heat Seeker Bus says, nice setup, thanks.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So, what is that? Is that Deb? Deb, are you from California or originally, or you just live there now?
I'm gonna have to remember to turn off notifications also on my phone, because it's probably buzzing every time I get a Facebook notification or something like
Oh.
that. It'll buzz, and
So bear with us if anybody's watching us still, that this is our first
Hello
time
from
doing this.
Houston. Hello from Houston, enjoying the videos and glad to see you guys enjoying the camping life. Well, thanks, Tim Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're glad to see you on the stream. And you know, we're very new to this and don't know what we're doing, so we're just kind of trying to learn how to live stream and all that.
Does anybody have any input, like what we could do better, or like even topics? Because Mike and I were talking about that. Like, what do you? Because I have zero knowledge what people talk about in live stream. What do you share? What do you talk about?
Right.
Is there a specific agenda, or what do you do? I'm not.
Deb says, I am short like you, so those will be my husbands.
Yes.
We love the floor plan and length. Hopefully buying it. I was born in San Diego, grew up in Petaluma. When I got married and moved to Arcata.
Oh.
Well, I spent some time in San Diego. I went to boot camp. I was in the Marine Corps, so I went to a boot camp in San Diego and spent some time in Camp Pendleton. That's where I was stationed. So I'm pretty familiar with Southern California.
So, Deb, y'all are actually buying this camper then? I mean, that y'all are sold on it as far as it's a done deal? I think you'll love it if that's what your decision is. I think you will love it.
Yeah. I think that we found the quality of our Arctic Wolf. I mean, that was one of the things about it. Because, see, Christy and I, we probably looked at, hopefully this year. That's cool.
That's fantastic.
Christy and I, we looked at least 100 RVs before we finally settled on the one that we... No, actually, that's not true because we had settled on a Heritage Glen, and that was the trailer that we were going to buy. In fact, it matched the colors of my truck just perfectly, and that was the trailer that we were going to buy. And then we messed up, and we went to Hayes RV.
And we were just looking around again.
And we were just for the fun of it looking around at RVs, and we happened to find this Arctic Wolf there.
And it was totally, if you're somebody that has to have your truck and your trailer match, we're obviously not there.
Does not match my truck at all. It's like blue and white, and my truck is like a maroon color. And so, and the trailer we were going to buy was a Heritage Glen, and it matched, it was the color tone was just perfect. It matched my truck. And, but we found this Arctic Wolf, and it was just...
The quality
of it was just, it was so high end. Everything was so high end in it. All all of the furniture on the inside, all the trim in it and everything. It was just,
Well, we were getting things in that Arctic Wolf that even the trailer we had our heart set on didn't even have, And so we were like, wait a minute, we got to reconsider. Does the truck really have to meet or match the trailer? Because if it doesn't, I want this one, And so that was it, and it was close to home, versus several hours away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Well, hopefully one of these days we might meet up with you at the campground. That would be cool, Deb.
The worst thing.
The worst thing to do is looking at more trailers. We just bought one last year and see different things we like in other trailers.
Of course.
We had thought about going to RV shows and stuff like that, and you're absolutely right because we're perfectly happy with what we have right now. So I don't see us going to any more RV
I think that's how Mom and Dad keep getting a new trailer.
Right. Mom and Dad, they started off with a travel trailer, and they took it on one trip.
Because it was a travel trailer and not a fifth wheel.
And it was kind of like they got whipped around by the wind, and it wasn't very stable, and so they decided to get a fifth wheel because it was supposed to be more stable, and they liked that a little bit better. Well, they got that, and then they decided they wanted a bigger one, and so on and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to hear that it's well built. Yes. Arctic Wolf, we definitely recommend. I'll just seek the sunset. I remember. Hey, he's a poet. Danielle Messer, if anyone wants to seek the sunset, I recommend you seek the sun when it sets. Yes.
Good suggestion.
Yes. Thank you for that.
That's awesome.
So, Withrow Springs and...
Has anybody been to any of those? Lake Tawakoni, which
yes.
We've been to, obviously, living close by. But Palo Duro Canyon, Mike went there when he was a kid.
Right.
It's in the panhandle of Texas. But I'm asking, I guess, too, has anybody else been to any of these? So Palo Duro Canyon in Texas. Wilhelmina, Arkansas. Which is in the Ouachita
Mountains. Ouachita Mountain Range, yeah.
And then there's Withrow Springs, and that's in the Ozark Mountain Range.
Yes. Yeah.
So that would be cool if any of y'all have been there. What recommendations or what your input is on those places. Those are a few that we've got scheduled this year. And the cats aren't going with us.
No, cats are not going anymore. Cats are going to stay home. And that's the only drawback is that we have to find someone to look after our cats all the time. But,
it's okay.
We love going camping.
And one day we hope to actually go, and it's probably after we retire. So we still got at least, I don't know, I'm going to retire soon.
Are you?
I'm just kidding.
I'm hearing that for the first time, so I don't know exactly what that means even.
I have a 5-year plan.
I hope that 5-year plan includes me.
No, you're still working.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be working. We went to Davis Mountain State Park last year. Very nice hiking there. Is that in the El Paso area? Davis Mountains? Seems like I've heard of that. Seems like, or maybe
Well-
maybe I'm thinking of the Franklin Mountains.
I have no clue.
Anyway, I think
I'm just along for the ride.
that might be in the El Paso area. But Christy and I live in East Texas, and I have a new career field. I'm an IT guy. Christy works in what was it? What was it you want to say?
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness. Yes, Christy works in health and wellness. But so I just started a new career field, so I only have a couple of weeks of vacation a year. In fact, I just got my second week of vacation this year. So we've got limited amount of time to go on vacations. So what I did was I got a list of all the state parks that are within 5 hours of, because 5 hours, that's about as far as we want to go on just a weekend trip. We don't really want to go any farther than that. But it turns out there are 93 state parks within 5 hours of our home in Hallsville, Texas. So Johnson, it's in Fort Davis, Texas, about
Mom and
2
Dad have
hours
been
from El
there.
Paso. Yeah, I thought that was. Seems like I'd heard about that before. Davis Mountain State Park last year. Very nice hiking there. Yeah, we love to hike. That's one of the things that we really like about state parks. I mean, you can't beat a state park because, I mean, the amenities are normally really, really good. And it's always, most of them are on a lake, and the hiking is really good. There's always some hiking trails there. So we love state parks, and that's why we've kind of focused our content on state parks.
But don't
So-
get fooled by the mountain biking trails,
Yes, we are not mountain bikers.
because
No,
we have low end mountain bikes,
right.
and we set off to go on this trail, and they were met by two other guys that were really mountain bikers, and so we had to turn around and go to some easy peasy
Right.
beginner trail,
Right.
and that was better. But
Oh my gosh.
they're serious
Well,
about some trails around
Oh,
here.
I know. Well, we went to Tyler State Park, which is a park that I kind of spent a lot of time growing up. I've been there, family reunions, and been there quite a few times as a kid. But we took our bikes up there recently, and man, there are some hardcore mountain biking trails there. I mean, it was like straight down. You'd have to ride the brakes all the way down, and you get going 30, 40 miles an hour going down the hill. And there was young people on mountain bikes flying past us, and we're like,
We aren't young anymore.
We don't want to get run over.
We
So-
think we might still be young, but we're
so
not.
We're going to go on the easy trail. We found the easy loop trail, and that was kind of more our speed. So,
Hey, there's another person. Adventures of Mr. and Mrs. B.
Mr. and Mrs. B, greetings from Minnesota. Hello.
Nice to see
From
y'all. I
Minnesota.
guess have y'all with us.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We have no idea what we're doing. Don't have a clue. This is our very first live stream, and we just kind of wanted to get the technical aspect of it down to kind of figure out how to do it. My feed is still kind of grainy, and I don't know exactly what to do about that. It has to do with it has to do with the latency of my cell phone, and I've watched some other people's their live streams, and it's the same way. But I guess one of these days I'll get me a high-end camera, or maybe a webcam that will stream a little bit better than my cell phone. But that was one of the things that we kind of wanted to work out and just kind of get some experience doing this. So we really appreciate anyone that's signed in and wants to interact with us and tell us a little bit about yourself. From Minnesota, Kevin's from Minnesota.
Oh, he
I
is?
I have a friend that I work with that's from Minnesota. Of course, he's.
Oh, I've got some people in Minnesota
Tip for live streams is to make sure
They were
you're
snowbirds
live when you stream.
that I met
Hence
while
the
living
name
in Florida.
live stream.
Do what?
Oh, our poet just
Oh.
chimed in again. A tip for live streams is to make sure you're alive
I'm breathing. Wait,
when you stream.
you have a pulse.
Hence the name live stream. Very, very good tip. Very, very good tip.
That comes to you by.
Danielle Nasser. Am I pronouncing that right? Danielle Nasser?
Danielle Nasser?
Danielle Nasser. I hope that that's right.
That's East Texas twang.
Yeah, we're from East Texas, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. People from East Texas, we've done more to butcher the English language than just about anywhere else. So if we don't pronounce your name right, so I do apologize. So
We're trying.
we are trying.
It may have several more syllables.
Yes, we are trying. So, and for those, Tyler State Park was great. We spent about 4 days there. Yeah, I love Tyler State Park. That's kind of home to us. And in fact, the very next day when we left, that's when Dude RV was there. You know how that we've been kind of following them around the state of Texas?
And if they don't know, Dude RV used to be Bob Barker.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you happen to know who Bob Barker is, if you ever watch some of his content, we're going to be meeting up with him at Lake Tawakoni in March. And
Although, growing up as a kid, we went to Tyler State Park. However,
Right.
we never camped there. I only had one experience camping, and that was in the Ozarks, in a tent with my grandparents, my mom, and my brother. That was our last camping trip.
No, Homegirl's not a tent camper.
No.
Mm-mm.
I better have an
No.
indoor facility in my own place.
Yeah.
And some AC.
Right.
And a bathroom. Did I say bathroom already?
Yes.
Yes. That's how important it is. I have to revisit the number of times as far as I mention it. But it's when we were at Tyler State Park last time. I wish we could have gotten video of all the raccoons.
Oh my gosh.
I was freaked out.
Yes.
It was, we had set up, Mike had set up a camera for time lapse and for the sunset, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so anyhow, it was after dark now, and so we decided to cook some burgers. Well, out of the woods come every raccoon you can think of. There were aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody. And so we're sitting there by the campfire eating our burgers, and I'm just weirded out by all the raccoons. And
Well, there
Mike's-
were at least 20 of them. There were at least 20 raccoons.
and close, not just like in the distance. They were close. And so finally, Mike said, "Babe, just stay right there just a second." I didn't realize this, but he said there was one literally under my chair,
There was.
fixing to lean up on me.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm going inside.
Homegirl was wigging, y'all. She was wigging out.
I didn't want to share my burger at that
Mm-mm.
point.
No.
It was mine.
She's like, okay, I'm done.
I was freaked out.
She was in the trailer.
And then, wasn't it that same night that we had gone for a walk and came back, and the trailer was real close, the back end was real close to a tree and a bunch of leaves on the ground. And we hear this scurrying around in it, and I was like, what on earth? I'm really not a camping person. I like to be outdoors minus the animals. And so I'm like, babe, what is that? Couldn't see whatever it was. So finally we're sitting there by the campfire now, and that we're hearing still this scurrying going on in the pile of leaves, and I'm like, that just is weirding me out because you can't see what it is in the dark. But as it turns out, it was an armadillo just rustling around, and he was there for like an hour. Never bothered us, but it was just kind of freaky with the darkness, and you couldn't see what it was rustling around in the leaves.
We got a question from Mr. and Mrs. B. Looking at your videos, you don't get any snow. Nope, not in East Texas. Well,
Not typically.
Yeah,
If we
I
do,
think-
it's more like slush.
I think it snowed, and when I say snow, I mean actually accumulated a foot at least, maybe a handful of times in my lifetime. I remember there was this one year, I was probably 10 when we got like 3 foot of snow, and everybody was like in a panic, like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Because we're not prepared for that down here, okay?
Everything
Snow
closes up.
Yeah. Now, we don't get a lot of snow around here.
I think our last time that I can remember we got like visible snow where it stuck around for several days was probably in 2012 maybe, in our area, where it actually, Mike didn't go to work, and it was,
Right.
we
Right.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, which was when he was going to work, we traipsed down the street, and we were, it was,
Yeah, I think it was only like 6 inches of accumulation, but to us, that's like a really big deal.
it was
That's
more
like-
than that, but, because
Well,
it
you
stuck
think it was
around.
more?
It was, yeah.
You think? Okay. Well,
Yeah. Anyhow, I was excited because even though I'm from Texas, my family was military, and so we moved around. Not a whole lot, but we were gone for 26 years. And 6 years of it, there was snow, but then 20 of it was no snow. So I was happy when we had snow that time, but no, we don't get a whole lot.
No.
I pray for snow every winter it comes around.
We have 24 inches and expect 10 to 12 more tonight.
Oh my gosh. Minnesota.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. You could just bottle some of that up and ship it this way. We'll be happy.
Yes. A little bit of it. A couple of inches, not 12 or 24.
How about 6 inches?
Yeah, 6 inches we'll take.
Because even at an inch, things are probably closing down here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If we get an accumulation of like 4 or 5 inches of snow, everything shuts down right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just can't handle it. Mm-mm.
We don't know what to do with it. Yeah. Wow. Well, y'all be careful. Hopefully, here was my. What did it say?
Snow for sale.
I'll take it. Just send it in. What is that? Freezer. The freezer ice. Anyhow, where you ship things and it's cold still.
I got nothing.
Okay. Anyhow. My brain's going. Wow. Well, okay. So one of my questions, when you see people have to live in snow like that, I'm guessing y'all actually have to get out and go to work and go to the grocery store. Like nothing closes down, right? I mean, y'all actually still function and live, whereas we down here kind of.
Yeah, they're prepared for that kind of stuff down there. They have equipment to take care of the roads, and they put down, I don't know, salt or whatever, and they treat the roads, and everybody has snow blowers out there, and so
wow.
Yeah, they're prepared for that. Around here, we wouldn't know. We're not. We like snow.
Love it. I'll go visit it anytime.
About the only time that I ever lived in an area where there was snow was I was in the Big Bear, California area, and I was up there for close to a year, and so got some experience with that. But that's not like Minnesota, though. No.
No, we lived in Germany and got the last year we were there. We got snow in July when we left. So that was always fun. That was good memories of living in Germany as a kid.
Good memories, yes.
So
definitely.
Very cool.
Some roads might be closed if the wind picks up. Whiteout, man.
Oh.
I can't even imagine that.
I can't either. We're babies down here, obviously, then. Because if it rains bad, I don't want to be out on the streets. Not because I can't drive, but other people don't know how to drive.
Right.
Or other people don't take precautions when they drive.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was hilarious, is watching all the silly tourists in Big Bear that didn't know how to drive in the snow.
Look at my videos. We have tons of snow.
And we're getting 6 more inches tomorrow.
Where are you at again? Oh, Ontario.
They're in Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, heat seeker buses from Canada.
I'm kind of jealous because I'm probably the one neighbor around us that actually prays for snow every winter. And even if it's just a little bit, I'm excited. So.
Yeah. Tim Johnson is right. If it snows in Houston, the whole city shuts down. Yeah, that's the way it is around here. Yeah. We get so
that's awesome.
9 months out of the year. Wow.
Wow.
9 months out of the year.
Accumulations or like, a little bit and then a whole lot. Still, it's snow. Fantastic.
Yeah. See, there are times that it snows around here, but it doesn't accumulate. It doesn't, you get snowflakes and everything, but
by the time it's on the ground, it
melts.
Mush.
So
or slush, I should say.
Well,
That's cool.
This has been kind of fun, kind of a new experience for us. Like I said, we don't really know what we're doing. We don't have a whole lot to say really this first time around, and we tried to prepare a little bit for it, but
it's been fun just going ad lib.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Thanks for interacting too, because
we thank you so much. We're so grateful to have subscribers like you, and we love, this is a labor of love, something that we enjoy doing, putting this channel together. And it's an honor to know that there are people out there like you that are watching our content. And we hope you know that we're trying to improve our videos, and we hope that you see them get better as time goes on.
Thanks, Tim, for your encouragement.
Glad for the love chat.
This is definitely Mike's passion. This is his, obviously it's our channel, but this is his baby, and he takes care of everything, every video. And as a matter of fact, when we're on our little weekend trips, he'll say, can you be camera ready? And I'm like, no, I don't want to be camera ready. I go to camp where I don't have to put on makeup, where I don't have to do my hair, where I don't have to look presentable for anybody.
That's why in half the videos you see me wearing a ball cap, because I don't,
But it's easier for a guy. Hello. A woman has hair and makeup, and so it's not as easy for women to just maybe I don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyhow, so that's why y'all usually either see the backside of me, or as I'm walking away, he's I'm getting out of the camera view. So.
Well, we've been going on for 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And we've talked about nothing. So.
And how many people have we talked with about nothing?
We've talked to about 6 or 7 people about nothing.
That's awesome.
I think we're going to go ahead and bring this live stream to a close. Once again, we want to thank those of you that tuned in so much, and
thank you guys
tuning
into
our very first live stream. And in the future, we will be putting together some giveaways and stuff like this. And we'll also be doing some meetups in the future. As of right now, we don't have anything definitive planned, but we would love to be able to meet some of you and to camp with some of you guys. And we are RV enthusiasts, and we love being around other RV enthusiasts. So if you match that description, let's hang out. We want to hang out with you guys.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you guys so much.
We are going to shut it down for now. Thank you guys. God bless. And